What's up, future millionaires? Mike the Investor, and if you would like to earn a free $20 for investing, be sure to click the stash link down below, and when you make your first deposit, you will earn a free $20. Now, I sold out of one of my positions, and I'm still sitting on the capital from that sale. So let's go ahead and dive right into the video. Alright investors, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to smash that like button. Also click the subscribe button if you like the content. And if you want to help the channel out a little bit more, be sure to click that join button, or there will be a join channel membership link down in the description, and you will earn membership perks for being part of the membership. So I sold out of Aurora Cannabis the entire position, and if you look here, this is my position, what it looked like before I sold the position. Now as you can see, I did lose money on this position. You can't win them all, and you definitely shouldn't lose them all either. Now as you can see, the total value was $151.06, and I was down 32.53%, which was equivalent to $72.82. Now I definitely lost a little bit on this position, but believe it or not, I was down a lot more on this position before the reverse split. Now I am thinking about three different options that I'm thinking about doing with this additional capital. The first option would be to put this additional money into the MJ ETF, which is currently their biggest allocation company they invest in is Aurora Cannabis. So I still will be gaining, more exposure into Aurora Cannabis as well as the entire cannabis industry. The second option would be to buy more Apple stock, which in return will lower my average cost while giving me a bigger position. And then the third option would be a complete long stretch, would be to hope for Tesla to drop down a lot and for me to buy a full share of Tesla with adding some additional capital to it. So those are the three options that I would do with additional capital. Let me know down in the comment section, which option do you think I should do? But I will say I am leaning more towards option one, which will be putting that additional capital into the MJ ETF. So let's go ahead and pull up the Stash app and check and see how the portfolio is doing and a little bit of the transaction history. All right, so as we can see here, now we are on the Stash app and my portfolio value $1,492.30. You can see for the portfolio cash, $165.06. Now I invest $15 every single week into this portfolio. Rather, I'm investing it into a position or saving it for buying power later. So either way, I have that money going into this portfolio. So we're just going to scroll down here so we can see the transaction history a little bit. We're going to hit view all activity. And if we look at September 3rd, you'll be able to see I sold out of Aurora Cannabis for $151.06. You can see it was completed and it was a sell type. Now this matches up with the position I showed you earlier in the video before I sold out of Aurora Cannabis. Now I just like to be as transparent as possible just so you can see, you can't win them all, but you definitely shouldn't lose them all either. So we're going to go ahead and scroll up and take a look at each position here. We're going to hit view all investments, and the first position here is going to be Apple. And as you can see, I only have 5 positions here in the portfolio, and I think this is a very strong portfolio in my opinion as well. So you see I have Apple, Tencent Holdings, Corporate Cannabis, which their real name is Alternative Harvest, and then we have Berkshire Hathaway and then Facebook. Now most of these companies don't need no introduction except maybe Tencent Holdings if you're not that familiar with Tencent Holdings or the MJ ETF. So we're going to go into Apple here. And as we can see here from my position, the total value is $352.85. I'm currently down at 10.67%, which is $42.15. Now we all know that Apple took a nice dip, during that small pullback. And then I believe a lot of investors also took a lot of profit on Apple as well. So for the average price, $129.14, and I have 3.05 shares in Apple. So we're going to now go over to their overview, and if you look here, their last price is $115.36, and then they were up 3% on today. So we did have a little bit of a green day today during the market, so that was kind of nice to see. But I do think we have a little bit more volatility to see here this month for September. So after looking at Apple, now we're going to go to Tencent Holdings. I am up a little bit on Tencent Holdings here. And as we look at the position, you can see the total value $277.57. I'm currently at 1.73%, and that is $4.72. If we look at the average price, $67.30, and I currently have 4.05 shares in 10-cent holdings. We go to the overview. Their last price is $68.46, and they were up 3.43% on today in the market, which is pretty good. So after looking at 10-cent holdings, now we're going to go down to Alternative Harvest here, and as you can see, looking at the position, the total value $181.37. I'm currently down 9.36%, and that is $18.73. Now my average price is $12.64, and I have 15.82 shares in this position. Now if we go to the overview here, we're going to see the last price is $11.46. Now if I was to put all that capital into corporate cannabis here, we can see their last price is $11.46. So let's go to the calculator. Now we know I have $165 in buying power, so we're going to do 165 divided by $11.50. So we're just going to round up a little bit, and we're going to hit the equal. That's going to give me 14.34 shares in this position. So that will give me close to 30 shares here in Aurora Cannabis. So if we go back to my position, you can see I had 15.82 shares in this position. That'll put me really close to about 30 shares. So that would be pretty nice. I believe this ETF is going to give a lot of capital gains, and they pay a pretty nice dividend as well. Now this portfolio isn't structured for dividends, but it is nice to kind of pick some up on the way. So let me know down in the comment section what you think I should do about those three options I mentioned earlier in the video. So after looking at corporate cannabis, and now we're going to go down to Berkshire Hathaway, the fourth position here in the portfolio, Class B. They need no introduction, one of the largest conglomerate companies in the world. As you can see, the total value $240.48. I'm currently up 22.35%, and that is $43.94. Now for the average price, $179.69, and you can see I have 1.09 shares in Berkshire Hathaway. So if we go to the overview, you can see their last price, $219.86, and they were up 0.88% during the market. So the last position we're going to look at is going to be Facebook. Now this is the largest position as far as capital appreciation in the portfolio. So we're going to go into Facebook here, and as we scroll down, you can see I am up 43.02%, and that is $82.72. Now the total value $274.98, and my average price $186.09, and I have 1.03 shares in Facebook. Now if we hit the overview, Facebook's last price $266.15, and they were down just 0.17% during market hours. Now those are all 5 positions here in the portfolio. Let me know what's your favorite position here in my stash growth portfolio. Is it Apple, 10-cent holdings, corporate cannabis, Berkshire Hathaway, or Facebook? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm very curious, and I must say it is getting more and more exciting to see this growth portfolio grow. So that is the stash portfolio. If you haven't followed me yet on Instagram, be sure to go ahead and follow me at Mike the Investor. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.